and I believe that you'll get there. You'll get
Eventually,
You'll
I'll
get
eat
there.
my knickknacks and yeah, no problem. I'll eat my knickknacks and
Knickknacks is the best, right? The
yeah,
best snack on earth.
yes.
Welcome to the first episode of the Kanje Dance Podcast. I'm your host, Cassidy Phillips. The Kanje Dance Podcast is all about South Africa's local youth talent, sharing their creative stories and what it's like to be dancers in the South African dance industry. Today we are in the company of Shay Botman, best known as B-Boy Shady. He stands as one of Cape Town's best B-Boys in the dance community and also holds the 24th world ranking of the best B-Boys in the world. I mean, with those accolades, it's pretty obvious why he's one of the best in Cape Town's dance community. Today we're going to delve into his journey a little bit and how did he get to where he is and what inspires him to keep going as a dancer. So Shay, thank you for gracing us with your presence today in the Kanje Dance, being our first guest actually in the Kanje Dance podcast series. So excited to be sitting with you and just getting to know on this beautiful couch, getting to know you a little bit better. So, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
You're good. I'm doing good. Getting a little bit hot because this jacket is sending me to the moon and back. But I'm doing well. Thank you so much. So Shay, can you introduce yourself to the listeners for those who may not know you?
Okay. So my name is Shay. I'm 22 years of age, and yeah, my main style is breaking.
Fantastic. The other guys, he's a break dancer. Unfortunately, we won't get to see him bust a move
Not
in
today,
studio
guys. I'm injured.
because we're not doing that. So that is why we're chilling today, and we're just gonna talk about what makes him him. So can you share a little bit about your story, and obviously for those who don't know your journey, where did it all start for you?
It actually started as a hip hop dancer. I'm not gonna lie, I started as a hip hop dancer before getting into breaking or anything else. I started as a hip hop dancer, popping, locking, but my story comes from a very young age. I would say around about 5 or 6, maybe. So for me, it was like I could do other things, but dancing was my main passion, and I told myself, like, from a very young age, actually, this is what I want to do. And there was ups and downs, obviously, but for me it was like there's ups and downs in everything that anyone does. So if you keep on going, who can stop you, Yeah.
And so how would you say your journey has shaped you?
I think I've learned a lot of patience. I never used to have patience before, but I learned a lot of patience, especially with breaking, because some of the moves takes longer to learn. So I had to have patience and not get frustrated sometimes. And
so that has shaped you and it's made you a patient person. In terms of like how you treat yourself also, because a lot of the times because also being a dancer myself, I think we judge ourselves a lot and we are not always patient with ourselves. Say we don't get a move right or we don't win a certain competition. I think dancing teaches us a lot of important values and how to respect ourselves and how to have patience with ourselves. So I think that is something relatable to those the others who may be also going through something similar, also in a similar space and time in their journey as you. So Shay, recently you were invited to the Notorious IBE, which is a hip hop dance festival in the Netherlands. It's one of the big ones in the Netherlands.
One of the biggest ones.
So you were invited, right? What thoughts and feelings crossed your mind when you received this invitation?
I would be honest with you and say I was very excited because never really been invited anywhere. The first time we were invited was to Reunion Island, just 2 months prior to Netherlands. And for me, it was getting invited to this competition was it was a big thing for me because it was one of the competitions I always watched on my phone and like on TV and stuff. So for me, it was like, man, let's do this. And immediately I went with the mentality to like, okay, I'm not here to win, but I'm here to show that South Africa is actually here, you know. Yeah.
Wow, that is so amazing. I mean, there are so many people who don't even get an opportunity to go overseas and showcase their style, and I think that getting that opportunity to showcase your style was honestly once in a lifetime. Do you think that going overseas, how did that experience affect your journey?
From now on, it's obviously gonna be quite more tough because each time you're gonna wanna go and experience more certain time. But for me, it would be like, when you do go, try to learn as much as possible, and it will affect your journey. It will also change your perspective on certain ways of how you approach your dancing. Yeah, so that's for me.
Right. That's quite interesting you say that, because you know, like in South Africa, in the dance community here, in the dance industry here, we face a lot of challenges as dancers. You know, a lot of the times we struggle just to make a break in the industry. So can you share what your experience is like as a dancer in South Africa, and how it has and how it is currently affecting your career? Because obviously going overseas, it was a different experience. You saw different things, you experienced different things. Could you share a little bit about what were the differences that you picked up and how that affected you now?
Okay. Yeah. I would say we are very more industry here, and overseas is more community vibes. So when you speak to people, they're always referring to dancing as a community instead of an industry, because everyone is with each other. I feel like, I won't say we're not with each other, but I mean, we can become more closer together, and I think that's all make SA go to the top each time. I think if we learn that skill, we'll be at the top in no time. And also just going over like the different experiences, like how seriously dancers like take their work basically, and how hard they train. Like they train, let's say it's maybe the same amount of hours as we do, but it's more intense. Like they will go harder each time that they go in. Next week is the same thing. So I think if we learn those two things, like community and just trying to like upskill ourselves, but dance wise, and take it really seriously the way they do, we'll be up in like at the top in no time.
So when it comes to training, so obviously you're saying now that if we take those, we can take from those people's way of doing things and apply it into our own community here. And obviously here we talk a lot about industry, we talk a lot about making money, and there's not a lot of standing together, because we all face similar things, you know. So you say if we adopt the same type of principles like that, we could also be elevated. We could go further.
Definitely in no time.
I like that. So I think like for younger people who's coming into the industry now, we can set that, we can help them, right? And help them see that, look, community is better than just pushing every time industry, because industry can make you feel isolated a lot of times, you know. And in terms of, I just want to touch on the point in terms of training, right? You said if we train as hard as they train, what do you mean by that? Do you mean putting in more hours? Do you mean training with people? Because I know that training, or sometimes people don't know where to start. You know, so in terms of that, what can you share? How can we implement that more?
I would say train more with people. When you train with people, you level up more quicker than like training alone, because I train alone like quite a lot, and I can see like the difference between the two. When I do train with someone and when I train alone, the alone will take much more time to get something that I've been struggling with for maybe like a week or two. And immediately when I train with more people, it's like, why was I struggling? Because everyone has different pieces of advice that they can give you to get that move faster. Not even just move, like just for your dance itself, like you will grow faster because there's a lot of energies around you, and all the energies will be put into one place, and you can decide whether you take it as a negative or positive. So training, I won't say you can put in more hours. Everyone would like to put in more hours, but then again, if you just train consistently, because you can do 4 hours just for a week, 4 hours only, but I can put in an hour each day. Maybe for the week that's 7 hours of training, and you only put in 4 hours for one day in the week. So yeah, more hours is cool, but it depends how you're gonna also keep it going,
Right. So it really does come from yourself as well.
Yeah.
And not just relying on outside sources to boost your training and to boost you in your dancing journey. So just on that note also about training with other people, we hear a lot of talk about culture when it comes to dance, right? What would you say culture is when it comes to dance?
When it comes to dancing, I would say community. For me, community, because I'll share a little bit why I'm saying that is because when we went to Reunion Island, I think it was June. Yeah, we went in June, and
Where is Reunion Island?
It's situated close to Madagascar. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So when we went to Reunion Island, I could immediately pick up differences that side and here. For me, it was like these guys are together. Yeah, you guys are competing against one another, but you guys are always together at competitions and like ciphers and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not like, nah, I'm not gonna go to this competition because I don't like that guy.
I hear you.
They were always at competitions and stuff. So culture for me is like, if you're gonna have culture in dancing, you have to have togetherness for me. Yeah.
I love that. I love that togetherness. It's so important because it's like that's where dance started, man. It started with togetherness. It started with community.
It didn't start with one person.
It didn't start with one person. And obviously, we are thankful for opportunities that come with dancing and that. But we shouldn't forget about where it all started, So, Shay, I do want to ask you, like, we touched on challenges that we face in South Africa. I do want to know, how did you overcome any challenges that you had as a dancer in South Africa?
I wouldn't say I like overcame all the challenges, because dance is like it's not a stable job. You won't always get a stable income. You don't know at the end of the month if you're gonna have money to survive for the next month.
Yes.
But it depends on your hunger if you still want to do this, because if you're just doing it for money, then your time is gonna run out quick.
Sure.
So for me, it's like, yeah, I might not have money right now. Eventually it will come. But I'm gonna keep pushing because I know people overseas is pushing.
And it motivates you.
Yeah, because if I don't push, they're gonna push and they're just gonna get further away from us each time. And if I keep pushing, I'll get closer to them eventually, and maybe be on the same level without the money,
Yes.
So for me, it's like the money will come and go, but your dance will stay. Yeah.
I love that, because it's about passion and it's about feeling fulfilled in what you do. And of course, we know money is important, but if we keep chasing that, you're
gonna lose like sight of your passion, basically.
So true. And the sense of community as well,
True.
So on the topic of money, if it wasn't an option, what would you do every day?
I mean,
and
I'm
that's
still
a weird
dancing.
question for you, but
I mean, I'm still dancing after all this time.
Going.
I'm still gonna keep going. Like, if money wasn't an option, I would still go, because I've been going, Even when there was like months without money, it would be like, nah, it's cool, it's gonna come. For me, it's always like, when it comes, it's there, you take it. But it's not there, it's okay. Like, you just keep going, because the more you're gonna keep going, people's gonna see that you're pushing also, and they're gonna be like, nah, let's include this guy also. Like, we see him pushing, so let's include him into this as well. So if money wasn't an option, I mean, it's same.
What advice would you give to your younger self?
I would always like say it to myself, because I had a very tough journey, especially being the only child in the house. I would always say like to myself, like just keep going, because it doesn't matter whether you may be struggling for months or you're seeing no like improvement after months. For me, it's like, you keep going, eventually your time will come, because that's what they always say, your time is going to come. Because I waited quite a long time to actually have an opportunity to go overseas. It took more than like 10 years. So for me, it was like, look, I waited and it came. It's never a rushing process. So to my younger self, it would be like, keep going, keep pushing, and don't let other people try to tell you what to do. Yeah.
And guys, this is advice coming from someone who is ranked 24th in the world's top B-boys. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. It's about staying true to yourself, and it really is about knowing and believing in yourself, right? And believing in your passion and staying passionate, being humble, because this guy is humble, a humble pie.
Stay in school. Don't go to school.
He's humble, and I think that it's so important to connect with people like Shay. And I mean, if there's dancers out there who wants to be on the level that Shay is on, I think the important thing is stay humble, and also know. Don't forget where you come from. I think that's a very important thing also. And also don't forget about community.
Yeah,
that is important.
Very important.
Actually. Very important. You know, we cannot go. We are human beings, right? And we
cannot be alone.
We can't be alone. No man is an island. So we can learn from each other. No matter if you're 24th in the world's b-boy ranking, you can still learn.
I don't want to be 24th. I want to be first, but you know, I think everyone wants to be first.
Everybody wants to be first, and I believe that you'll get there.
Eventually, you know, I'll eat my knickknacks and yeah, no problem. I'll eat my knickknacks.
Knickknacks is the best, right? The best snack on earth.
Yes.
So Shay, we touched on it a little bit earlier on what keeps you going. Could you maybe give more insight to what keeps you motivated every day to keep dancing?
Being the only child was one of the first things actually. My grandma as well. I always think of it like she is of age. Eventually there's gonna be a time it comes where I have to depend on myself basically. So that also comes with time. And for myself it's like what really keeps me going is why I started. I started not because of money, not because of where I'm ranked right now, not because of seeing these guys doing crazy stuff. It was like because I loved what I was doing at the very start. So for me it's like if you want to be better, just like keep to yourself, like it's not saying like don't like communicate with other people
and be
stuff.
Isolated.
Like keep to yourself, keep like everything to yourself, but let it out when the time is right. So you feel like the time is right to let things out, let it out, like go for it, dance your heart out. And that keeps me going each and every time. I'll always tell myself like, look, this is a low period right now, but if you're gonna keep going, there's gonna be a high period again, you know. So yeah,
I love that. There's always light at the end of the tunnel, you know. No man is an island again. And if you find yourself in a dark place now where you feel like my dancing is not going on,
I've been there.
It's
I've been there. Just keep going. Like
just keep going.
Just keep going and eat your knickknacks, bruh. Just keep going. You see, I'm wearing yellow, so just keep going away.
Guys.
Away. Keep going.
I should probably like say why you keep saying it. It's because earlier on we were doing a sound run and my hair was like just like in the mic belt. I mean, it sounded like someone was eating chips. So now that is where the saying "keep eating your knickknacks" comes from, because
I think that's gonna be my new motto.
Keep
eating knickknacks, guys. You'll get stronger.
I love it. Cheesy snacks. Shay, so as a dancer, we do know that taking care of your body is important, right? I know we don't always eat what we should eat at the times, but I think it's important when it comes to training, because you're using your body a lot. How do you plan for self-care and rest? Be honest.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I eat whatever I want. Like, I will go buy burgers right now and start eating and dance like I've never danced before.
Because you have a fast metabolism.
And I eat whatever I want. For me, it's like you can plan what you're gonna eat, but you're not gonna tell me I must.
Yes, you're different.
You can eat your vegetables and stuff, but I drink your water. But for me, I'm gonna eat what I want, because at the end of the day, you can go dance with your vegetables and whatever. But for me, I need to eat a lot. I eat a lot, so if I just eat maybe that, it's gonna be like, yo, but I'm still hungry, you know. So I don't plan anything, but rest days I do plan.
Your rest days.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I have maybe dance, maybe Monday to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday I'll rest.
Okay.
Because training, I mean, rest is just important as training.
So true. It's so true because your muscles need to take time to digest.
Yeah.
Everything that just happened, and also time to, what's this word? I think they call it like rebuild.
Yeah.
And so, but I think you're lucky though in the sense you have a fast metabolism because you're able to eat, but it's building your strength also.
Yeah, it's not like it's gonna stay there.
It's not gonna stay there because you're also very active. And I think also because breakdancing is very hectic, it takes a lot of strength.
Yeah, you need to eat. Like,
so you
I
need
know
to
there was
eat.
times when I would leave the house and I haven't eaten anything, and my grandma gets upset because she's like, "How are you gonna dance?" But for me, it was just like, I can still dance because I ate from the night before, maybe.
So I
still feel it like So I used to run out here and go to a competition on like maybe just the water, and then I would still come out would win, and then they're like, "How you didn't even eat nothing?" Like, and then I'm just like, it's because like I ate maybe last night, and all these things are still like, for me, I feel like I don't need to eat this
you still
morning.
have strength
like I can still go. So you can eat what you want. Don't worry about what other people say. If you want to eat sweets, it's fine.
But know yourself though.
Yeah.
Know your limits.
No, eat what you want, bruh. Eat what you want. Eat what you want, because I know for Wizard came here, and when they asked him the same question you asked me, he said, "Nah, I don't care. I eat what I want." Because that guy eats sweets like nothing.
Yeah, he's like fit.
And he's a gold medalist, so I think the secret is in the sweets, actually.
It's in the
I think
sweets,
it's in
guys.
the sweets,
But I think it also helps that you are keeping active, like you do your training and you are staying strong. And on that note though, when it comes to injuries, because I know the type of dancing you do is quite hectic on your body, how do you manage your injuries?
I only had one like very hectic injury, which was with my ankle, but that wasn't even through dancing. It was at work when I was still working at the time. And it kind of put me off for like 3 months, 4 months.
Hectic.
But I wasn't not dancing. I was dancing on the one leg. I used to come to class with a crutch, and it's like, "Bruh, why are you not at home? Leave me. I'll do my thing." So that was the only injury I actually had. But you get like smaller injuries that will also like affect your dancing. So injury wise, it's like, I don't stretch. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it honest. I don't stretch at all. She's my witness. I've asked her many times, and then she sends me stuff, and then I'm like, "Nah, it's fine. It's okay. Don't stress." You know. Yep.
Don't complain about tight hamstrings.
Yeah. So for me, it's just like injuries. It's not really a big thing, because injuries actually teach you to work on other parts of your body when you have an injury.
Yes. Yeah. That's true. That's so inspirational to hear Shay's story. I think that he's still growing. He's still growing in his journey. In his journey.
Oh, I can't grow anymore.
He's still growing in his journey. And I think that it's only up from here. You know, it's only up from here. He's been around the world so far, and he's seen a lot of things that he can then teach the younger generation that is coming up now. What are the do's and don'ts, and what's the best way to stay involved, you know? So Shay, what's next for you?
For the rest of this year, I'm not really gonna do much. I think I had a good year dance wise. For me, I had a good year. So whatever comes up now, like competitions, I'll enter, but it's not gonna be like, "Nah, I need to win." Nah, it's fine. I had a good year. But what is next for me next year is, there's a lot actually happening. So France is on my list. Korea is on my list. And I can't grow any taller, so I don't know.
So that's not on the list.
I think that's not on the list, so I have to cross that, you know.
You cross that out on the list.
Yeah, I need to. Unless I'm gonna put like stuff in my shoes, you know, and you know.
Yes.
I wish I could though, but it's fine.
So you say this year you feel accomplished.
Yeah, I feel like I've done more than enough actually.
That's so important.
2 countries in 1 year, so
that's amazing. And I think it's very important to know when you feel fulfilled and to not be, I need to keep, So I love hearing Shay's story, and I can't wait to see what he has next in store for his journey and what else is going to surprise and shock South Africa's community with. Where can people find you, like your socials? Where can we keep up with Shay?
Find me on Instagram mainly. I'm not really a TikTok guy, so Instagram, Facebook now and then, but Instagram mainly.
So we can keep up on your gram.
Yeah, I think that's best. And also one more thing, this wouldn't be possible without God.
That is very
This
important.
wouldn't be possible because I don't think I would have even gotten to that places without the man up above. So keep praying also. That's one thing I changed this year. Previous years I never used to really pray. I used to say, oh, thank you God, done.
Yeah.
But now it's like every night, it's like continuous pray. You wake up, pray. For me, it's like just keep doing that and keep being to yourself, like keep being humble. And everyone has a different journey. So for me, if you're going through your journey, especially alone, just keep to yourself, like be humble, listen to people's advice, but also don't listen to what people's trying to tell you to do. Take in everything that you're getting.
Well, there you have it, guys. Thank you, Shay, for joining us today in our first Kanje Dance episode.
Eat your knickknacks.
Eat your knickknacks, guys.